Hello, I'm Tariq Abu Kamil, and this is my ELA project. Today I'm going to be doing a podcast for Ghost Boys, and I have to answer the 3 questions for the Ghost Boys. But first off, I'm going to start like the main idea of the story of Ghost Boys, just so like if you've not read it. So the story is about Jerome, a young black kid who was shot dead because an officer mistook the fake gun Jerome had for a real one. For context, Jerome, he had a friend named Carlos who gave him a fake gun to protect himself against bullies, and he let Jerome take it home. But while Jerome was going home, an officer shot him, Officer Moore. He shot him because he mistaken the gun for a fake gun. And Jerome then, after this, becomes the ghost boy. And we find out that Sarah, who is the daughter of Officer Moore, can see Jerome and other ghost boys like Emmett Till. And by the way, Emmett Till is like another ghost boy. And by the way, ghost boys are like when you die. Mainly it's black boys, like when they got shot by officers or like cause something racist happened, and they usually have backstories to why they die. And Emmett Till is one of them, and he died like long ago. But deeper into the story, Jerome tries to find out what happened to him, and the impact on his family and friends after what happened to him. In the end, Sarah makes a website about these black boys who have been shot, and this website was to bring more attention towards the subject of like the racism. And there's more in the story, but I'm just going into like the main events about the story. Now for the 3 questions. The first question is, why is Sarah Moore the only person who can see Jerome and Emmett? Well, like, there really isn't like much of an explanation of why she can see Jerome and Emmett, but for like Jerome, maybe because like her father killed Jerome. But for Emmett, I couldn't like come up with any reason. I don't know why, honestly, for Emmett. But there is some like theories of why maybe she can see like Emmett. Like maybe like I had a theory where I thought that maybe someone related to her killed Emmett, which is why maybe she can see Emmett. But some way to like debunk this theory is that why can only Sarah see Emmett and no one else in her family can? So it's just kind of confusing. And even Officer Moore can't see Jerome's ghost, even though he's like the one who killed Jerome. So for this question, I'm not like so sure of my answers fully correct or not, but that's what I thought about it. For my second question, it asked, how do you feel when the judge announced that Officer Moore would not be charged with the crime? And why do you think Joel Parker Rhodes chose this verdict? I felt pretty surprised and confused because he didn't receive any jail time or any punishment for literally killing somebody. And even if it was an accident, killing somebody could have like consequences and sometimes jail time. But I think she shows this verdict because, unfortunately, with racism, this usually sometimes does happen in the real world, where like someone hurts or kills like someone who's black or like of different skin color, and they receive little to no jail time for their actions. So I think she just wanted to show the racism and show like a message about it, of like it's not right. And for the last question, it's asking, why do you think the novel begins with Jerome's death? How did the alternating time periods affect your reading of the story? I think it begins with him like dying at first, because maybe it's trying to like foreshadow what happens later, so like we get to know what actually happens, like when like the real event comes. And like it maybe shifts towards the dead and alive. By the way, it's in the book, it shifts when he's dead, and when he's alive. It shows like the different perspectives of him, and usually it affected my reading because it showed me how much different he acts when he's dead to when he's alive. Because when he was alive, he seemed happy with his life. He was making a friend at his new school. Yeah, he still had bullies, but he would have fun with his new friend. But when he died, it kind of changed because nothing was like really too exciting or happy for him when he was dead. It was just mainly him going to, or when he was a ghost, mainly him going to the court house when he like the judges and everyone's there, like a case of Jerome. He mainly just went there and saw that Officer Moore was not was innocent. Like, it was just pretty depressing for him when he was dead, but it was so happy. Like, he had a happy life when he was alive. So that was the last question. This will be the end of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed. That's it for today. Goodbye.